Good morning, computer.
Good morning, Commander.
Activate stream.
Done, Commander.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Prospero Thunderchild logging in for the day. Hope you are doing well, whatever it is, wherever you are. I hope you're doing and having a good one. So, rare daytime stream for me. I normally am an overnight streamer here on the East Coast, but wouldn't you know it, I am feeling a little squirrely today. I got some glare coming in here, just a little bit from the sunlight. But hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything's going good for everybody. May there be much love, peace, and taco grease in everyone's future. I'm going to be doing some work in some city skylines today, and thinking about doing a recording for a new player tutorial. So if you have not played City Skylines before, maybe you've seen some of my videos, wonder how I do some of the things I do. I'm going to do a step-by-step walkthrough today of building a brand new city, and we'll start off with the town, it'll grow eventually. But that's kind of the plan. I do have to go to work later on this afternoon, so we'll be streaming for roughly about 2.5 to 3 hours. Yeah, we're gonna do no mods at all. I've disabled all mods. The only content that is enabled today is, of course, the only content that we have enabled is the content creator packs. So a brand new player with no mods should be able to duplicate, or at least be able to follow along with some of the city building. So that's what we're going to do. Words are hard today. I'm normally asleep during this time of day, so but I have coffee on board in the faithful trusty dragon cup. So got coffee and we are good to go. Let's get started.
Done, Commander.
Alright, so City Skylines is up and running. So a brand new player who's logging in, the very first thing you'll come to is the menu. It's pretty intuitive. I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. We'll just hit new game here. You'll be presented with two options. You'll have easy and normal. If you're a new player, don't be scared of playing on easy, because the easy mode is the release version of the game before they increase the difficulty. So a lot of us, everybody, especially the people who've been playing since release, played on easy mode for a while. The only thing, some of the starting money might be a little different, but a lot of the rules are going to be the same as when the game first released. Then they upped the difficulty, so more advanced players usually play on normal mode, and a new player who plays conservatively should be able to also play on normal mode, but it's up to you. It's whatever you're most comfortable with. So we're going to go ahead and select normal mode today, and you're presented with several options of maps. I will note that San Francisco and Tampere are, which is underneath my camera, so you cannot see it. Hold on one moment. So Tampere and San Francisco maps are part of a collector's / ultimate edition of the game. So if you have that, great, and if not, you might not have those two maps, but other than that, the games will be, you'll have all the rest of the maps available. And I would like to point out that you can download fresh new maps from creators. So if you are interested in mods and you want to play on a different map, maybe you don't like any of those choices for your first map, you can just click on Paradox Mods, and it'll open up your mod window, and then you can browse for all these wonderful maps. So you just select map, and it'll show you all the wonderful maps that people have built So, you know, those 4,600 as of the date of this video, so good times, good times. But we're going to play on a vanilla map, so let's take a look. I think we're gonna give Coral Riches a try. All right, it's set to North American. Come up with a name. Claryville's a good name for our town. We'll go ahead and do Claryville. All right. So, if you are familiar with City Skylines, then great. And if not, this will be great too. So we're gonna go ahead and bring the intro music down and just enjoy the soft ambience of the in-game music. So, this is our map. Now, the first thing that a city designer would want to do when building on a brand new city is... I'm going to make a small adjustment here, guys. My apologies here. That way everything's viewable. All right, so what we are going to do is the first thing that anybody wants to do is we're going to go ahead and look at our wind direction, and usually there's a couple different ways you can pull it up, but air pollution is great. It's going to show us the direction with which our wind is traveling, so we can kind of plan our city out. So our top down view, you kind of want the wind is going to blow the pollution, so you really want your pollution to be basically set in an area where it's not going to affect your town. So maybe put like the town here, and then maybe industry right here, or buildings that are going to pollute a lot on the upwind side of things. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And we're going to go ahead and start our first town. So when you start off, you have power already coming into your little square. And there are two types of power. There is the power line that has 400 megawatts of capacity. And then there is the electric cable, which has a 80 megawatts of capacity. So we're going to go ahead and lay out our town real quick. And then we're going to go into how to hook that power up to our town. All right, so I'm just going to continue this road. So this is your road panel right here. And when you click on it, it brings up starting with small roads and medium roads. And it has very many road types, some of them with parking available. We'll go into that in just a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and take our 4-lane road, because that's what we have here starting off with, is our 4-lane road. All right, and I think I'm going to start my town right here. I kind of like this little outcropping that we have here. But there we go. All right, and then so people are gonna come down this road here into our town, and I'm just gonna build the town like right around here to start off with. So let's see here. We're gonna take our 2-lane road. Now, you can set all your roads manually, but another thing that you can do, if you don't want to take the time to do that, is you have all these wonderful tools, and you have a curving tool, which will allow you to click a starting position, bring the road out to like where you want to connect. So say we wanted to bring this road to connect to right here, but we wanted to do it with a curve. We would bring it out to about the same length, click once, and bend the road. So that is our curve. And then we have the complex curve, and you can bring it out, click to bring it over, click again to bring it up, and then you have a complex curve. All right, and then the other thing that you can do is, if you don't feel like doing your grid yourself, you can absolutely design a grid here by drawing a single road and then drawing the 90-degree angle to create the grid. But today I'm going to go ahead and just make the grid. All right, and what I'm doing here is I am just assembling what will be eventually our neighborhood. Leviathan, good to see you. How are you today, sir? Guys, Leviathan, a multilingual variety streamer. Go check out his channel at Leviathan995CR at twitch.tv. He is wonderful, wonderful streamer. How are you today, sir? I hope that you are doing well. I hope that all is well in Leviathan's world. Okay, well, happy lurking. Good to see you. Thank you for saying hello, so I knew you was there. Mastermind! Oh no! How's it going? We have not set up the triple attack yet, I don't think. That'll be something that we have to adjust. Let's see here. There we go. Fix the avatars. Mastermind, how are you, sir? Hope all is well for you. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick. Guys, don't forget to check out Mastermind's streaming channel. You can find him at twitch.tv/mastermindosg. All one word. And if you want a fancy audio announcement that you are in the chat, you have to subscribe. And you can get a fancy intro just like Mastermind. Oh no, I just realized I made a mistake. Right now I am going to be building a small town. But I am rethinking it here just a tad here. I'm gonna redo this back area. Alright, so we have a bunch of fertile land right here. Unfortunately, our town's going to end up right on top of it. Alright, it brings me to the next tool we can do. You can replace an already existing road with the replace tool. And that's what we're going to do here. We're going to actually widen this road up a bit. And then we'll place the next one. Something like that.
We have time to squeeze in one more quick question, and then that's it for tonight, listeners. Okay, let's see.
Alright, we're going to have a nice little small town coming in here. Now, we talked a little bit about the electricity. So we have the power lines, and in order to, when we're in the electrical view, you can see that we have the little yellow power lines. That's the electrical cables. They only transfer about 80 megawatts, but the roads can hold a little bit more. So the roads only hold about, or less, I'm sorry, but they hold 40 megawatts. But what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and hook up our power. And we do that by placing a little transformer on the road. And when you hook it up to the road, it connects to the road automatically. And then this transfer will take the, or station will take the power from the big blue power lines that you see to the little yellow cables and give our town power. So now we have power for our town. The next thing that we're going to do is our town is going to need water. So we're going to find a water supply, and I think I'm going to go ahead and draw water. So there's two types. There's underground, and then there is a water pumping station or a water tower. But I think what we're going to do today is I think I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to draw my water from the Luvandis. Good to see you. All hail Sir Levandus, Grand Vizier of the chat room, Lord Protector of the stream, Guardian of the Thunderchild Court, and Chairman of the Order of Anarchy. How are you today, sir? Very good. Very good. All right. I am planning to eventually expand the town outward. I really want to put the industry stuff like up over here. But we might have to expand some industry this way. Right here. Because of our wind direction, and keep all the industry in this section right here. And it doesn't have to be much. It's a small town. But if we built it right here, that would give us another reason to run some highway into the town from another direction. So it's something to think on. Alright, so we're going to build our first bridge. For our first bridge, we're going to use the page up button on the keyboard to bring the elevation up. And connect it in. So I am trying to go for symmetry here. So I'm going to... Oops. There we go. And I'm actually going to move this to right here instead. All right. I think, yeah, we're going to put some stuff over here. Alright, so we have a water hookup. I think what we're going to do next is we're going to dig a hole. And we're going to keep all our sewage right there. Alright, so the game has been unpaused. We're going to go ahead and start zoning in our town. The next thing we're going to do is we have some farmland, so we're going to go ahead and make use of some of that. And now we're going to put another farm right here. Kind of like that tree, but it was in the way. It was in the way for what we needed. Alright, we hit our first milestone. And we've unlocked some of our region pack special buildings. So now I had a thought for this. I was going to put some stuff down in here, but I want to kind of build a historic district. So let's go ahead and unlock advanced road services for now. And then we have our specialty buildings down here. The executive mansion. I think we're going to go ahead and put this in down here. Alright, next we have this pub. So I really would just want to put in this, we're gonna move this. We're gonna move this to right here, I think. But I really want to put in, so we're gonna move this. There we go. So like this used to be the old road and it just got paved over time for the old governor's mansion. So we're gonna build it like this area right here is kind of our historic district. There's our next milestone. And now we can widen our road. We'll go ahead and zone in businesses as appropriate. And then we have our main street. I'm going to go ahead and rezone this area here though. Alright, the next thing that our historic district is going to need is our little church graveyard, I think. Put that in right there. So we got, like, this is the old part of the town.
This is the atmospheric piano channel, the place to soothe your soul.
Alright, we're going to put a small medical clinic in, and the small medical clinic, basically just because I don't anticipate the town needing the full-sized one until we actually have the money for the full-sized one. So we're going to go ahead and just install this. And then we're going to ignore education for right now. Now, we do have garbage management, and we're going to go ahead and set that up. We're going to put it in over here, I believe.
Their quality of life is very important to them.
But so is their money. We'll be back after this.
I thought as much. Check our wind direction. All right. We have a sludge lake. All of our waste disposals happening back over here for our town. So it looks like people are pretty happy. They're just unhappy with the school system at the moment, because mainly we don't have one. The coffee's good. And just like that, our town is turning a profit. Look at that. Small town, and that's probably the fastest I've ever had a profitable town in the history of me playing Skylines. I've never had a town that was profitable before level 4. Profitable at level 2 is pretty good. You like my tankard? I have a whole house full of tankards. It's a dragon tankard. Let me see here. So, alright, there's the dragon tankard. I have a whole house full of tankards. That tankard was given to me by my grandmother. So, again, this town has a population of 590. It is growing. We are profitable. And the town is being built with no mods today. No mods. All mods are disabled. Alright, we're going to do some landscaping around our historic district back here. I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do about fitting some stuff in. So, we have this area surface tool. And I think I want to try to set something up right here at the end of town, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. But I have the area surface tool, and I'm thinking maybe if we could sneak a park in or something here on the corner, we can use the area surface tool to encompass the rest of the block for our historic district down here. We're also going to zone in now that demand for zoning has returned right here. And we're going to make these houses appear here on the side. Now, this 3-lane road I think is probably a little too wide for our small town. I'm going to go ahead and change it out. We're going to go to our medium road, and we're going to put in parking on this road instead. So it'll be more of like, feel more like a small town. And some people are using the street parking and some people are using the parking for the businesses. I might just keep it down here. I might turn it back. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn it back. Sorry. I think that that's a little bit better. So we have lots of demand for industry, lots of demand for industry. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this road here. I'm going to extend it out because we have Pokemon OSG says hello, Uncle. Well, tell him I said hello. I think what we're going to do is we run this road out this way and I'm going to build some farms. So we already put in a grain farm. We're going to put in a vegetable farm. And then down here, we'll put in cotton. Alrighty. We'll give him a nice little gravel driveway here. So I used to live in Virginia Beach, and when I lived in Virginia Beach, there was these farms that lived like right next to our development, our neighborhood. And they're gone now because they've developed so much, but having these farms like here kind of reminds me of that time in my life. Not a lot of farmland left in the Virginia Beach area. All right, we unlocked a new business, and oh my goodness, would you look at that? We are out of places to put businesses already. So maybe we'll put a stretch of businesses right here. So we unlocked Fleur de Tea Salon. It's a small tea salon. We might be able to fit it in back here in our historic district. You could definitely tell it's got like a French theme to it. I like it. I'm just wondering if that is going to be the best place for it. And then the Riverside Grill. So maybe we're going to put the Riverside Grill right next to the water. Alright, we're going to do some terraforming here. Just like that. One Riverside Grill. That looks a little too commercial. I was thinking this was going to be like a mom and pop run, like fishing kind of place. That looks a little too commercial. We might need to put this down here. So we're going to squash some businesses here real quick. And I'm going to fix this land that I messed up. Alright, there's about 2 hours of the stream left. We have 2 hours to really get this small hometown here up and running. Not that it's not already up and running. It is running. I do want to put it in a small police station. This is the North American local precinct to fight crime in the neighborhood. Hashtag. You know, I really want to make it so that way, eventually, when they unlock disasters for this game, I'm going to make it so that way, if you pay X amount of bits, if you buy X amount of bits or whatever, you can cause a natural disaster to happen to the city, and you can say, put the tornado at the intersection of Dale Street and Umber Street, and I'll click right there to make it drop. So yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun to make it so that way you can destroy my creations. All right, so
All right, folks. Another
think
quick question, and this comes from Paulette, asking if Shakespeare's quote, "If music be the food of love, play on," was published before.
So I'm thinking we're going to put some farmland over here and some farmland right here, kind of making it circular.
The Shakespeare quote is from the late 16th century, while Eine kleine Nachtmusik was composed late in the 18th century.
A housing shortage.
Yeah, so the way I imagined it working would be that just so, you know, people would say they could donate to the stream, and their donation they could wreck the city. They could just say, I would just reward them. The other thing is I know that there's a way that you can let chat control your mouse, and I might do something like that to where they can mess up the city.
By certain metrics, perhaps yes, in the short term.
I like the sound of that.
But what we are discussing is the study of the statistical abstraction and its effect on the human.
Thank you, Professor.
It is a question of priority.
The leader of the City Services Division is with us in the studio today to talk about why they're contracting with outside agencies to provide vital services for our residents. Isn't that going to be costly, Mr. Councilman?
Well, quite frankly, yes. It is an additional expense, but the residents have come to expect a certain level of services, and we simply do not have the capacity to provide them within the city.
Sounds like we're the ones who will end up paying for it. Should we be worried?
I expect the residents would be more distressed if key services became unavailable. Their quality of life is very important to them.
But so is their money. We'll be back after this.
Okay, take care, Mastermind. Enjoy the sickness. Alright, our small town needs a fire station. Where should we put it? There we go. So now we have a police station, fire station side by side. But our town is no longer profitable because we're paying wages. I think we can reduce the budget on our police force because we don't have a very big town. Lots of demand for medium density. We're not losing money by much, so hopefully bringing some stuff in, getting more people moving into the area will increase the taxpayers paying for city services. Do some forestry right around here. And then put a couple farms in back this way. And back in here, I think. Here comes demand. Do 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 do. A new building. Espresso on the go. Let's go ahead and get that placed. It's a longer building. I think we'll put it... Yeah... I think right here might be the best bet.
Pending updates to our power grid.
And we have some demand for some office buildings, so we're gonna go ahead and put those in right here.
To remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan.
And we have demand for more commercial.
This has been a
I think I'm gonna change my commercial to northeast. I think I like the northeast buildings better for the small town. I think it'll go a little bit better with the historic district, because we'll get a lot more brick buildings. So we'll see how that comes out. It will cause problems with the economy in the short term, but
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
Radar readings indicate a tornado is approaching the city and will be visible soon. Citizens should seek immediate cover.
Increasing areas of forest are being engulfed by flames. The thick smoke rising from
And
the fire
then-
makes the air dangerous to breathe. Citizens are advised to vacate.
we have access to parks now.
And remain at a safe distance until emergency services
There we
manage
go.
to get the fires under control.
That's a bit better. I wish I had forgotten that they were only but so long. So I could have brought this road in over. But that's a lot better. Maybe do a mix. So, mixed it up a little bit. We'll see how it goes. All right, and the town's once again profitable. So that's good. We'll keep working on our medium density row housing here. Being careful about how I zone it so the buildings spawn in the way I want them to. Except, I don't think... There we go, there we go. Yeah, I'll definitely have to remember for future builds that these buildings are smaller. They don't go as wide. It looks like they only go 4 units wide, as opposed to the 6-unit wide that the regular assets go. But I like it. This definitely has more of a small town feel to it. All of these old brick buildings. And then the historic district back here in the back.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens. Storm spotters have reported a tornado currently heading towards the city. Extreme wind conditions are expected. All citizens are advised to seek shelter at this time.
Alright, so I had an idea, and my idea was that I wanted to put in the big petrol station, the big gas station. And I think I want to put it in somewhere up here in the front. And since these buildings don't have parking, we are going to revert this road back to a parking road. So now our street has parking for these businesses. I'm almost tempted to move this over like three units or so, and then put another one in right here to make a smaller block. But to have these row houses going right up to the back of these buildings.
emergency broadcast to all citizens.
Increasing areas of forest are being engulfed by flames. The thick smoke rising from the fire makes the air dangerous to breathe. Citizens are advised to vacate any premises near the fires and remain at a safe distance until emergency services manage to get the fires under control.
Uh-oh. Started exceeding our water facility, water plant's ability to supply water. But we're pulling in 11,000 per hour. So we'll definitely have to think about doing some upgrades to our water system. Let's go ahead and unlock our water treatment plant. And then we're going to go ahead and put it in. This will likely put us back into debt. But it did help out with the water situation. And we're still pulling in enough money to support the town. So doing good, doing good.
Recent spikes in demand have led to temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand. This has been a local public service announcement.
Hi listeners, you're tuned to the best tunes in town with me, Liz Peterson, bringing you the freshest tunes, along with more fun facts about the greatest composers of all time. Did you know that Mozart loved playing pranks on people? He even created a piece titled A Musical Joke, where the passages were played out of tune. Isn't that cool? You're listening to the Atmospheric Piano Channel, and I'm your host, Liz Peterson.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait a little while until everything clears up.
If you're in it, you already know about it. No use reminding you. Meanwhile, expect delays and drive safe. We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident somewhere in the city.
Road maintenance services have already been dispatched and traffic flow should return to normal. But if you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait a little while until everything clears up.
If you're in it, you
So our town is quickly swelling in size.
drive safe.
The rest of the houses are just filling in. Oak, pine, and spruce. I'm going to go ahead and fill in some of this with some trees.
Currently heading towards the city. Extreme wind conditions are expected. All citizens are advised to seek shelter at this time.
Alright, let's put a park in. Alright, new building. Oh, our town definitely needs a post office. Yep, definitely needs a post office. Yep, definitely.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Radar readings indicate a tornado is approaching the city and will be visible soon. Citizens should seek immediate cover.
We're going to unlock parking so we can put in a parking lot. For our little park. We'll build another park right here. This is a great place for a park. High crime, and we need a school. So we need a school, and we have to deal with the crime problem. We're quickly outgrowing, like, we have all the industry farms and stuff, but we're quickly outgrowing our little town here. We're going to have to start taking land away from the farmers and pushing the farmers further out. The other option is that we could,
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Radar readings indicate a tornado is approaching the city. Visible soon. Citizens should seek immediate cover.
ooh, it's close. But I think it's moving away. I think we're okay. I think we're going to be okay here. Oh snap, we got a lobster tail building here. Definitely putting it back in here. That's more of the mom and pop restaurant shop that's tucked in the back of a neighborhood towards the water that I was thinking of. Thank you, Mastermind. Try slash ban. Backslash ban. There you go. All right. I think this is a really, really great start. I think there's some detailing needs to be done. We definitely are going to need a school because right now everybody in this town is homeschooled. So we need to put in an elementary school and a high school. I'll probably be doing the small version of both of those. We need to look at our town's demographics to figure out like what it is that our town needs. Let's see here. I still have an hour and 15 minutes before I have to walk out the door for work. What should we do, guys? What should we do with our small town? Besides turn the game speed up. Oh, that's right. We're not doing mods. No mods, no game speed.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling.
I love our little historic district down here in the back.
During these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines
I think that's my favorite part of this.
temporary events.
And you know what? I think I'm going to make this pedestrian only.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution.
This is like our historic town area.
This has been a
I kind of want everybody walking on this street because they'll be visiting like touristy style these buildings back here. I almost kind of wish they didn't have parking lots.
I hope you're having a great time. This is Liz Peterson on the Atmospheric Piano Channel.
More local news today. The tourism board just released their latest figures, and somehow the number of visitors to the region fell by over 20% last season.
Well, that's fine by me, Jim. I just love it here. Maybe we'll keep it more than a secret.
I like the sound of that, Glenda.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
Look at those parking lots filling up. Should we give our small town some radio? Need more parking, Lavonda says. I have mail. I have a small mail. So I'm trying to keep everything as small as I can. But right now we have a small post office right here. And it is handling our mail just fine. So right now we have a police station, fire station, we have a healthcare place, we have garbage, we have water, we have 2 parks, we don't have schools. I think schools is the only thing that we're missing in this small town is a school. And we don't have a bus. We don't have bus, and we don't have welfare. And I don't have a city hall, but this town is not big enough for a city hall. We have the old governor's mansion down here. They call it the executive mansion, but it's the governor's mansion. I love colonial history. So, and we have a little country hotel that not doing so hot business wise, but that's okay.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens.
A severe hailstorm is approaching. Damage to crops and property is expected. We urge citizens to stay inside until the storm has passed.
But it's a beautiful little town. This is the kind of town that I want to live in. Honestly and truly, this is the kind of town that I want to live in. Alright, what is the smallest sized school that we have available to us? God, it's huge! It'd be huge compared to, It's 40 grand. There's 349 elementary school students and 400 high school students. So we would have this school would be just big enough for this size town. And I really want it centrally located. I wonder if we could put it right here. And then we have the small high school. 400 student capacity, so we would be just over. So it just wouldn't fit. My beardy city builder. Snicks, you're killing me. That's great. How are you? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. You got me with that one. Alright, what if we put the high school right here? It would only squash a handful of buildings. Most of the medium density row housing would reappear. But I could also put... I think I'm going to do that. So there goes the row housing. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this right here and I'm going to redo this as row housing as well. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm putting that elementary school in. All right. The city is losing money again. But We'll see how that population rebounds there. Do you play in the harder mode? I am. So we're actually playing in the harder mode. So there is Lavanda. So here, let me save this game. We're going to go ahead and save it. And Claryville, we'll save the town of Claryville. So when we create a new game, it asks you if you want easy or normal. But yeah, we're playing in the normal game mode. Normal game mode, no mods. Okay, 1600. All right, so we have about 30 minutes before I have to end the stream, guys. And look at that, we're actually still doing okay. We're barely doing okay. For a very small town. I know, I really don't want to go to work today. I really don't. I want to stay home so bad, you have no idea. But I think work knows that I stream, so they might even be watching. They're not going to buy it if I tell them I'm sick and they see me streaming. I don't think they'll buy it. There is a way to fix that, though. If I get enough followers and viewers and subscribers, I wouldn't have to go to work. That's the only way we'll fix that. $2,000 a day D&D sessions. Look, I would be happy. I would be happy with. I would kill. I would kill to be a pro DM and make enough money. Doing dungeon mastering for Pathfinder and D&D. Oh God, I love it. I would kill to be able to do that. It's a long street. We're gonna call that Fishhook Street. We might need to increase the capacity of our elementary school just a tad. But no, we're just going to have an overcrowded school. That's all there is to it.
Updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts.
High crime risk is our last problem.
During these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events.
And eventually our graveyard's going to be full.
Local authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage. Consider installing a low flush toilet, cut back on watering the lawn, and shower with a friend whenever.
Yeah, normally.
This has been a
so yeah, they generate quite a bit of money. So you'll note that this isn't just a small town tutorial. There is no industry at all. I have not zoned any industry in at all.
Don't touch that dial.
We're live, and we're getting reports about a traffic accident.
My industry is basically my farming. This is a small farm town. There's no zoned industry buildings at all in this build.
If you're planning a quick trip out, you might want to wait.
It's so easy to be profitable with the industry. Takes a true professional to play the game and not have an industry district.
Expect delays and drive safe. And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores. bringing the
I might
latest
reduce
in
costs and delete one of these hazardous waste collection
shop for
points.
designer shoes while sipping a fancy local Java mate. Or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Now,
Thanks, Jim.
what we ought to do is save up for the... I haven't seen any rain at all on this map since we started. So maybe what we'll do is we will save up and build solar farm out here. Once we have the solar farm, like once we have our own power plant, the city will be 100% self-sufficient. And once we have the power plant, we'll export electricity and the town will make a ton of money. Ton of money. So I really want to put in a solar farm right here. I eventually see the town expanding all to right here. And then running the farms along the outside. And then having a solar farm. This stuff right here. And once I have the town out this way, yeah. We'll call it a successful build. I almost think it would be fun to build a small private airfield for the crop dusters.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens. Storm spotters have reported a tornado currently heading towards the city. Extreme wind conditions are expected. All citizens are advised to seek shelter at this time.
It appears to be moving towards us, so that's not good. There it goes. There it goes. It's moving out that way now. So we're slowly losing money. And Lavandis is right. Parking is an issue. I'm gonna make an adjustment on this road. We're gonna build a turning lane. Help with some of that traffic. So that helped with the traffic coming into town. La da da dee doo doo dum abracadabra. I could probably increase the density right here. And I think I will. I think I will. Baltar Pines. There we go. Kind of fits in there. Alright. Play whack-a-mole till we get the lot size that we want. It's going to make our overcrowding at our school just a little bit harder. I'll bet you if we 90-degreed the school so it's right here, we could fit the extension on the side of it. How deep is that? It's 3 deep. And it will fit in there. So, we're going to go ahead and 90-degree this.
Broadcast to all citizens.
A heavy storm is approaching the
And
city,
then
the likelihood
throw
of
the
hail
extension
is
on the
very high.
side.
Traffic slowdowns and damage to crops and property are expected. Citizens are advised to remain indoors until the situation passes.
And then we're going to install a little playground back here. And a little parking for the teachers.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens.
A heavy
Beautiful.
storm is approaching the city, and the likelihood of hail is very high. Traffic slowdowns and damage to crops and property are expected. Citizens
Beautiful.
are advised to remain indoors until the situation passes.
Alright. Let's go ahead and inventory our small town. So roads, Alright, so electrical, of course, we need a power plant, but we'll have to save up for that. We have plenty of water, plenty of sewage. Healthcare, we're in good shape. Garbage management, we're doing very well. We've got a decent fire department. It looks like the police is going to need some work. We did cut the budget on the police force by 50%. So, I think the town's big enough now that we might need to increase that. We're going to do a 25% increase on the budget for the police department. Alright, so that's going to raise the efficiency, and we'll have more officers out on patrol. It is going to eat into how much money we earn, but that's okay. It'll help us in the long run. All right. Let's go back to our review here. So, having more police officers is definitely already creating a change in our city. We have no administrative capabilities, so to speak of. We're doing pretty good on schools. Schools are in the green for both the high school and the elementary school, so we're doing well on that. We do not have public transportation in a town this small. The post office is handling everything just fine, it looks like. And telecommunications, we have good radio coverage over the entire city. And look at that, we've got some pretty decent attractiveness for our town. And the town's pretty happy. I would do 100%. Are you talking about 100% on the budget for the police force? Because we're pretty money-wise, the town does not have the budget for it. Lavandus. Councilman Lavandus. You want to pay for police? We have no more room in the budget for police. Let's raise taxes.
Double the taxes, triple the taxes, squeeze every last drop out of those insolent musical peasants.
All right. We raised taxes just by 1%. 1%. And hopefully that will help fund getting the police services up to full. So we'll take a look at it and see what happens. A revolt. What's the audio command for that? I know I have one. We have a revolt.
The peasants are revolting.
They've always been revolting, Prince. But now they're rebelling.
Legalized street corn dogs. Mastermind. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Not bad. It's a beautiful town for no mods. No mods. Beautiful town. This poor house down here is just like having the worst time, like trying to get up and going though.
Updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines.
Alright, we're gonna try this.
On how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Thank you for joining us here today at the Atmospheric Piano Channel. families, Peterson.
I think next time we come back, I think I might take, and it's gonna cost us a bit, but I think I might move this street over to right about here, so we can get the row housing up against the back of these buildings, and then run another street right here to increase the density a little bit, and then put in, I might get rid of this block of row housing and put in some small, and I do mean small, medium density buildings to raise the population up a little bit.
Road maintenance services have
But yeah, we have a very, very nice small town. We have no industry. We built the entire town. It's profitable. There's no industry zone at all. It's all commercial, office, and farmland. And we did it with no mods. And we did it on the hardest setting in the game too. So very, very decent small town. I started off, I really, really need to record how to do a bunch of this stuff and make YouTube videos, because for people who are just starting off with City Skylines, it can be daunting sometimes to try and get your small town profitable. And it's hard too, because you're tempted to play conservatively, or you just spend like crazy and then your town fails. And I really want to do a how-to video that really just explores how to get started as a brand new player, because the ones that I have seen that are out there, I feel like they don't go in depth enough for a brand new player. And then if they do go in depth, then they take too long to watch and your person loses interest. So I really, really think that I might make a bunch of videos on how to do certain things. So I don't know. We'll see. Got to keep an eye on the clock, though. I got to keep an eye on the time. I'm running out of time. We have about 9 minutes left before I have to go to work tonight. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to hit me up. Don't forget to hit the buttons to tell the algorithms I'm doing a good job. If you liked watching this small town build, we got the city up and running in about an hour, and then spent an hour and a half basically just detailing it. Our small town. So all I have to say is, if you like what you see, hit the follow button and make sure those notifications are turned on.
Storm spotters have reported a tornado.
I have much bigger cities.
Extreme wind conditions are expected.
Oh, Lavandus, I did some work on Bedford last night. So yeah, we did some work on Bedford Heights last night, and when we went to save it, the save file corrupted. But I was able to log back into the city. So we're gonna try to recover it, but it might be that we can't make any more improvements on that town. So I'm gonna play around with it and see what I can do about recovering the save file. Ooh, you know what I just realized? Because of the placement of our parish, our school, we'd have to change how we do some of the roads around here, because we cannot move them. The parish is a historic landmark and cannot be moved or crushed. It is a protected building. So all these buildings here are protected. They cannot be removed. They are historic. It's our historic district. So everything on this block, and this block is our historic district. I think I might go ahead and add the additional parking right here. Alright, I think that's all my parking lots. Now, we can district in our city and then make street parking, and make you have to pay for street parking. So it did fill-ish. And look at that, we unlocked a new milestone and new buildings. So if theoretically we were inclined to put that building in, that's a large building for a corner there. So I feel like this corner is where I want it. So that might be a project. And then if we put this one over here, we could zone something in between the two. That might be a project for when we come back. That might be a project for the next time we come back. And I really like the northeast buildings, these old brick buildings, because it really makes it like give the town this old feel. But you know, it's like going up Main Street here. We're renaming this Main Street, by the way. Coming right up Main Street here, it's like the town definitely has this old school feel to it. Now, you know what I am tempted to do? I am tempted to kind of work some other roads around here, but to buy additional tiles out here. And we might do that next time. So we might buy the additional tiles here to expand the farmland right here. And then maybe buy the tile right here to put in a quarry. And then we'll push these farms out and expand the town in this area right here. So maybe next time we come to this town, yeah, you know, we'll push some farms out this way, expand the town through this area right here, and expand out this way. We expand or we die. Like good Romans. So we are having occasional dips in our economy to where we get into the negatives, but overall, when we export all of our produce from our farms, we make loads of money. So overall, we're doing okay budget-wise. So let's take a look at that graph real quick. So there's our money. So every now and then we get a little dip where we're losing money, but then we end up making money. And right now we're losing money, and then we'll go back to making money again. So let's see if we can look at the time scale. We'll look at our income. Crime is way down. So yeah, next time I think we're gonna come back and we're gonna have to buy the these 3 farms, and the town's gonna expand to encompass this area, and then we'll have to pick it up. We'll have to pick up the pieces from there. And I think 400,000's reasonable amount to do that expansion. We'll be able to put the main roads in. We'll be able to put the farms along the back here. And then we'll have to build parts of the town. But if you turn the town this way, it'll end up looking almost like a bottle-shaped town. Alrighty. I don't think I can put off going to work any longer, guys, so I'm going to have to go ahead and find a way to bring this to a close. So, thanks again for dropping by, and it was a rare daytime stream. We might, between you, me, and the internet, guys, don't tell anybody, but there might be more daytime streams in the future. That's all I'll say. So, love, peace, and taco grease to everybody. I really enjoyed playing today. I appreciate everybody coming out and saying hello. And, you know, it was great. So we're going to go ahead and bring it to a close. So, Lavandus, Snicks, thank you for dropping by. Mastermind, I appreciated you coming in and chatting today. I appreciated everybody who came and visited, and I forgot to do it at the beginning of the stream, but Limbaris followed last night, and I forgot to welcome him in. So Limbaris, thank you very much for your follow last night. Yeah, but I had a great time, and I really enjoyed the company and the chatting. I was having trouble sleeping before my shift tonight. I don't think sleep will be a problem for me tomorrow. I think I'll be very tired tomorrow. But greatly appreciated everybody who dropped in and said hello. And don't forget to hit all the buttons that told the algorithms I did a good job on today's stream. And remember, folks, don't do anything I wouldn't do.